house.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Perfect.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
We made it.
We made it. Cheers.
Hope Miles ain't guzzling alcohol, because boy, that was a big drink.
Hey, first and foremost, before we get started, want to give a big blessed happy 16th anniversary to Miles and Natasha.
Yay!
God bless Tasha.
Happy anniversary.
God bless his wife.
Nice.
Amen.
How are you guys doing, Miles?
Worse than some, better than most.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Amen.
I mean, for her to take you from the mean streets of Pinecrest Elementary
Mean streets of Howard.
Love it.
and take you in,
And put you adjacent to Cutler Bay. No.
I know, right?
it don't get any better.
Ebony.
It doesn't. We're blessed, man. We're happy to be here. I think that our marriage is a testament to persistence and submitting to God's will and allowing God to be at the forefront of your life and all of your actions, thoughts, and deeds. So, with that being said,
You ready, Roy?
we just tried, man. We tried, and we managed to make it 16 years. So praise God for that. I'll say this also real quick. As difficult I think that as it has been, there's no person that I would want riding shotgun with me in this thing called life than her. So
Let me make sure I understand that. When you say as difficult as this has been, you're not necessarily talking about your marriage. You're just talking about lifing.
Yeah, I'm talking about all that it encompasses, Miss Watkins. I mean, marriage is a part of that equation, and sometimes it complicates things, and other times it blesses whatever you're going through. It's a tricky dynamic. So I'm talking about all that it encompasses, everything.
Just like they say on Family Feud. Good answer.
I love it.
That was a good one.
Good answer.
I love it.
Hilarious.
I love it.
Survey says, bing.
Wrong answer, Miles.
I love it.
I
So,
can only speak my truth, sir.
Captain, did you go to Goombay?
No, I did not go to Goombay, nor did I go to the P-Ryan reunion as well.
P-Ryan?
Wow, you gave us all those updates last week and you didn't make it.
I know. I
Did
had
the
to
weather hold up?
I had to go on the plantation.
You did a
Oh,
flyby.
you went to work.
Well,
Gotta catch another flight.
I got a chance to ride along with Dwight while he was in Cancun.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Yeah, I wish I could do that, but
you're gonna give us a. You're gonna give. I'm sorry, Lateef. You don't have a good answer, so we're gonna move on to Senator Cancun.
Cancun. I also have an anniversary coming up. I've been married to the streets now for quite a while, and so
they're the only ones that will have you.
I mean, that's.
Wait a minute. I think he can make an announcement. Wait. Okay.
I was just simply saying that we celebrated our anniversary.
It's a healthy relationship.
Right. Well, I'm glad we didn't see a random woman behind you like we did at one time.
I think he was deliberate with his photograph.
I had to go international because my domestic stuff kept getting captured.
Wow.
He a passport bro. He a passport bro.
Hey, let's get out there. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean international stuff? What do you mean by international stuff? Women? What is that? Girlfriends? What?
Sir, I mean, what happens in Cancun stays in Cancun. Sir.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. That's my Aquarian brother right there.
It just seems like Roy just kept.
That's no
trying to scratch at the surface.
Trying to get in your business.
Yeah.
Don't let him get in your business.
Scratching at the surface, Roy. Don't.
Yeah.
I just want to know. I gotta know.
Don't worry about me and mine.
Live through him. You gotta live your own life, Roy.
Yeah.
I was good. I'm on my business.
We won't be here for ours, but we're coming up on a decade at the end of this month.
Oh, nice, Ebony! How cute! I love it. I love it. Smile, Kendrick. Smile. Smile.
I am happy. Shoot, I'm what I'm hoping is the baby don't come around that time. I'm hoping the baby she has her own celebration. Exactly. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick just happy to be out of the basement. Come on now, let the man enjoy.
I like the basement, bro. I like the basement.
Well, I just wanted to see him smile. I just wanted to see him, look like he was enjoying it instead of doing like this.
Right, that's all I saw.
I was gonna smile on the 29th, the actual day.
I know that was my follow-up question. Like I asked Miles, life is lifing, not the marriage is rough. That's not where you're going with your comment. So I'm going to go back to Senator because ABFF is in town, and because lifes, I love to put on this smile on Fridays. Put it on because it ain't always. ABFF? Oh, yeah. American Black Film Festival.
No.
Yeah. So we buy passes every year, and it's not inexpensive either. But life, for some reason, always starts lifing on that time when ABFF comes. I think I got my passes here. I hope I didn't leave them at the office. But the senator has been taking in all of the spoils for all of us.
Oh, nice.
Yes. He saw they cloned Tyrone. And what else did you do? And give us the juice. Are there any films that we have to see when they come to a theater?
Yeah, well, American Black Film Festival is in town. The ambassador this year. Last year was Issa Rae. This year the ambassador is Lena Waithe, who's the executive producer of The Chi. Great actor in her own right.
And producer and executive director.
Exactly. Mogul, if you will. Been doing a lot of things. Hillman grad is her company because she was influenced by A Different World. Opening night film was They Clone Tyrone. Dope movie is going to be coming out on Netflix. Please do check it out. I would definitely encourage folks to watch it. It's one of those where you really got to sit down. It's funny, but it's also a little dark. It's also a little thought-provoking. So you really do want to watch it when it comes out because it really does have an interesting message to it. Also, The Blackening, which is in theaters this week, was premiered yesterday at their opening, one of their screenings. Yesterday was also dope because they're going to be dropping a documentary on the fusion between hip hop and house music, both Black genres, but this notion of hip house So it was a great panel with D Nice, DJ Terry Hunter, DJ Wayne Williams, and a number of other folks that are going to be bringing a docuseries about how it came out of Chicago and Baltimore around the same time that hip hop is coming out of New York and really explode. So I say all that to say that ABFF is celebrating 27 years. It'll be back again next year. If you do get a chance to get passes like the Mockins, do get them, and actually, hopefully you can attend the events.
Well, I know for a fact I'm going on Sunday. I'm going to go see Rap Shit and the first 2 episodes. I have to see that with Issa Rae. I did go on Wednesday. Here is Jeff Friday and I. Roy's not on the show, so I can show that I had my stomach out. You know, I was just having fun. He hasn't seen that picture of Jeff Friday and I, but you know, he's off the show right now. So that's what happens when he's away. But we had fun on Wednesday. It was hot. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in Miami. What is going on? Is this climate control?
Global warming.
I went to Miles' house yesterday. From the grass to the front door, I was like, listen,
right,
I can't.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's really, really, really hot.
It's really hot, but why can't the heat kill the mosquitoes? That's what I need to know.
Listen, I was in the office today. It bit me on the forehead, on my forearm, on my calf. I got up and said, you know what, God? It's either the mosquito or me. I've got to kill this mosquito. And I made Roy laugh. I said, my juice was so fine because that mosquito followed me right on into the conference room. He didn't make it out the conference room because I showed killed him.
And you have to fight them. They're big. This is not like a little.
Oh my gosh, that's the thing that I think like has me like the ones that I've seen lately. I was like, you look like a whole regular housefly out here.
Bird.
Like, how did that happen?
I need somebody to explain it to me. How did that happen?
Evolution is really evolving right now.
It is. Jessica, you're on mute.
But the mosquitoes are definitely a huge problem encompassing the heat. What's interesting is I'm in a different part of the world and it's opposite. So I'm in winter right now. So it's like
you in the southern hemisphere.
It's like 50 degrees outside. So
we'll take that.
Yeah. That's why I was going back to when you first asked Jessica about all the festivals. I was like, I'm not even sure that if I was able to go, I would go, because I'm like, I don't know how anybody is going to have an outside celebration in Miami this summer. Like, that's like the number one question: is it inside or outside? It's outside.
Moderation. It's always going to be a moderation.
For only a moment, I will be outside.
Right.
You still got Splash Down.
I just came back from Nassau and it was not this hot. I'm having
fun up here by myself.
Enjoy yourself, Jessica.
I got home on Wednesday from ABFF. And when I got in the house, Harper said, Mommy, where have you been? I said, why? She said, because your hair is, I have it like a ponytail. But when I came in, all of this was sitting up like this. How you see your little kid in school and they have little come home? That's what I look like. And I said, baby, it was hot out there. It was hot. And this is what happened when you don't have a perm.
It was funny. Some of the black female pilots came down for the Black Film Festival, and they had a photo shoot out on FedEx Ramp.
Oh.
And they had a makeup artist and everything.
Oh, here in Miami, they had a photo shoot outside?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And so she texted me. She was like, why is it so hot? I said, you live in Phoenix.
Yeah. Right. But that's dry heat, though.
It's really not the heat. It's the humidity.
That's dry heat.
Like, I know. And she was like, I don't sweat when I'm in Phoenix. It's hot, but I don't sweat in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I said, well, look, bring your tail to my town, do your thing, and leave. All right. If you don't like paradise, don't come.
our heat is disrespectful. It really is.
Like politicians would have you to believe that there's no such thing as global warming or that climate control isn't a real thing. This ain't the same. Like they say on Facebook, this can't be the same sun that we played in when we was.
No, God, no. My mama would not have let me go outside and all of this. This is ridiculous.
This is crazy.
So I want to know, Trump was in town. Is he still here?
No, I think he went to New Jersey to get some money.
Oh, campaigning? Mm-hmm. Because I was curious as to if his hair got messed up too.
No, it did not.
It didn't?
No.
Nah, toupees don't do that stuff.
Oh, that's true. You think that's a toupee?
I think that's his hair.
Absolutely.
I think that's his hair.
No, that's a toupee.
No, look at how long his eyebrows are.
Still, I'm just concerned about why.
Unfortunately, that's his hair.
Yeah, that's his hair.
I want to know his barber.
It's a comb over.
Mm-hmm.
So what did he comb it over from?
From the back of his head.
Oh, okay.
or the side. Like it.
And so
it's like he goes in a barbershop and says, put me in a blender. And they just like, say less.
He pled not guilty this week. And we're just going to see where that gets him.
Senator, what are your reflections?
I mean, it's not really nothing to reflect on other than the fact that, so a lot of people bring up, or at least I shouldn't say other people, the right brings up that there's some sort of witch hunt, thing or what have you. I just want to bring to everyone's attention that this is literally the first and only president of the United States with felony indictment charges. So in the entire history of the country, with all the presidents that we've had, Richard Nixon, Bill Clinton when he got impeached, heck, Ulysses Grant got impeached. This is the only president that has felony indictment charges. So in 46 presidents, he's the only one, and he has 71 different counts. This is unprecedented. I need people to really make sense of this, because you still got people that are diehard loyalists of this man and are willing to vote for him again. And this is one of those civics things where people ask the question, well, if he gets convicted, can he run for president? If he goes to jail, can he run for president? The answer is yes, oddly enough, because the only requirements to be president of the United States in the Constitution are to be 35 years of age and a United States citizen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So to add to you, I heard, there's been a lot of dissension, right? Because between the right and the left, because they're saying that, the Democrats that have been accused of the same thing, i.e. Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton, but no charges were brought up. But the kicker, supposedly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the kicker is that Trump, when asked to give it up, turn over the documents, he lied. And then there's a recording of him discussing the fact that he still has the stuff or what have you.
Right.
The other people were asked to give up what they had. They willingly gave it up.
They just gave it back.
And then, Senator, before you bring the facts, I just want to add one more thing. And then while he was president, in his attempt to get Hillary Clinton, is this correct? That he increased the charges.
Sign that bill, right.
Increased the charges that he is now subject to.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And he's made multiple statements about, if you find me with classified documents, throw the book at me. When he was president, now this is because he kept trying to amp up the Hillary Clinton thing. So, a couple things. And again, people will be like, well, why, apples to apples. Hillary Clinton and her server, there was a full investigation of her emails. Let's be clear. The FBI director at that time said that there could be no charges brought against her because there wasn't credible enough evidence to do it. Now, mind you, this was when Trump was president of the United States. And he tried over and over and over again to throw the book at her. The FBI was just like, there's nothing we can do. We can't, there's just not enough evidence to bring any charges against her. In the case of Joe Biden, and they keep trying to bring it up, well, he had files when he was a senator, or he had files when he was a president. To Ebony's point, he gave it all back, right? Like, they were like, you got this at your house. He's like, my bad, come get it, take it out.
Come to the bathroom and see what's here.
Right. The crazy part about the Trump evidence is those pictures that we see online, that's not even the FBI taking the pictures. Those were text messages sent from within the actual. So his people were finding the files in these rooms, taking the pictures. The pictures came out during the investigation that you had evidence, you had classified documents that people who weren't even supposed to be seeing it were supposed to see. Even when, as far as the box that was turned over had documents that was only supposed to be seen by 5 countries.
Oh, wow.
Right? Wow. Like only 5 countries are supposed to see this document that you just have thrown on the floor in this room. And that's the part that's driving this whole thing, where it's just, this didn't have to happen. You could have turned this stuff over. It never had to escalate to this point. But here we are with this crazy man who's like, I'm being tried and doing, like, all you have to do is turn over the boxes, Chief.
Did you see the response when he went to the restaurant after the court appearance?
What restaurant?
Versailles.
He went to Versailles in Hialeah?
Yes. That's his spot. When
it is?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You know they love him down there. You know that.
Love him.
And what happened, Belinda? What did you see?
It was like a rock star appearance. I mean,
yes.
I'm glad that you
were
brought
running
that up.
in the streets.
I'm glad you brought that up.
There was
they
photo
was passing out like it was Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Crazy.
Running alongside the car, the motorcade or whatever.
Yeah, the motorcade.
Those are the same people that keep Trump relevant, right? Yes. And I think the other thing too is like, are we really surprised about documents that he's held? He's the same guy that withheld his tax information from the beginning when he was running.
I am surprised about the bathroom part. I really am surprised about that.
What part are you surprised about?
We're not surprised.
Some people have magazines in their bathroom.
He had the documents in the bathroom?
Yes.
I don't think he used that bathroom. I think that was just more like a storage room.
It might have been a storage room, but what this points to is just how narcissistic he is, because of the way that he acted towards Hillary Clinton, and had his whole base hollering, "Lock her up," everywhere he went. And then I had people at my job convince me. They were like, "You need to understand, man. She had classified stuff. That stuff is pertinent, and she could have had stuff." Like, prisoners hurt. She could have had generals taken out or what have you, all this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, but under the investigation, they found that it wasn't anything negligible. And she gave it up and was, my bad. I'm sorry. So I haven't talked to the same person yet. My bad. But I haven't talked to the same person, but I want to see what his response is to this.
Well, I will say this, Captain. I think that Trump is the epitome of the fact that everything is not equal. Mm-hmm. There are certain people that can do certain things. Life is just not fair.
Absolutely.
I think that he can be convicted and he will still have the same supporters, and they will find a rationale to excuse him for his actions. They could say things that he was only taking the documents to his home to ensure for his own safety and goodwill.
Mm-hmm. I actually think that the left, the Democrats, should actually be happy about this, because essentially what it has done, or what it will do when push comes to shove, is it's gonna split the Republican vote, and it's gonna be because you're gonna have a certain amount of people that are gonna be staunch Donald Trump supporters. They're gonna be behind him, and I think your two front runners for that party are gonna be him and DeSantis, and I think they'll eventually cancel each other out, which only makes it better for the left.
Not necessarily, because we also have Cornel West, who's been thrown into the pot, and I believe that his vote is also going to split. There have been questions that have come up that who is supporting the people's candidate or this third party. Mm-hmm. So it's not just the Republicans where I see the senator smiling. Go ahead, Senator.
Oh no, I'm just a fan of Dr. West. So
I am too.
You know what I think the problem gonna be? I think a lot of black people don't even know who Dr. Cornel West is.
I agree, but I mean, here's the thing. Here's the interesting part. A lot of people like Donald Trump until he became president. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, so does the same thing happen when a Cornel West runs? Now we have a different perspective of him when he opens his mouth and says something that you may or may not like.
Right. So, and to your point, Roy.
Trump, when they have a black candidate, come on, man. Trump was in every other black video. He was everybody's black friend. Come on, I mean, let's talk.
You're right, he was.
Ice Cube was visiting with them.
But I don't think they really knew, though, Roy. I don't think they really took the time to investigate. I don't think they really took the time to educate themselves at the core of who he was. Because I'll be honest, before he ran for president and became a political figure, I knew who he was, but I didn't know.
But my question is, does the same thing happen with Cornel West? Right? Mm-hmm. That's the answer is no, Roy. Maybe. I don't know, Dwight.
But I'm gonna say that I think DeSantis is racist. I'm not really sure if Trump is racist in the sense of hating black people. I think that he likes money, and anything that stops or goes against his ability to make money, he is against it.
Anytime you take out a full-page ad in the New York Times,
yes, I know that happens. I know that happens. I know that happens. Yeah. I know that happens.
And to this day have not issued an apology.
That doesn't mean he's educated, though, Latif.
Yeah, he might just be an a-hole. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
They're going to hire minorities at his hotel.
Man.
No, he may not. He may have wanted a certain look at his hotel.
And what about the housing discrimination?
That look was very much
no Negroes.
Exactly.
No Negroes. No Mexican discrimination.
You realize that
it's a brownout, a blackout.
His father, their claim to fame. Their claim to fame as billionaires and millionaires. They're real estate moguls. They developed these apartment buildings in New York, but they were sued by the DOJ for housing discrimination for not renting to black people of color, renting to black people. So that's like another strike.
Was it because he didn't know if they could pay the rent? What did he say was the reason?
Because they were black.
Because they were black.
Exactly.
What's going on here?
Hello. I can ask the question. You can. I can ask, but you know the answer.
What's her name? Amarosa.
No.
I think Amarosa.
No. We don't assume that I know the answer.
Okay.
Omarosa said yes, he's racist.
He's racist?
Right.
Let me ask you this. Why don't we use the flip side of it?
But I believe it.
Talk about when Trump signed a bill that gave $250 million to HBCUs. So I'm saying, like, we tend, it's the truth. We tend to sway on one side, but we don't take the time, one, as Black people, to know the other things that people done. So let's
what I will say, even as a business owner,
we know
I am comparing Trump's presidency to Obama.
There's no comparison.
There's no comparison. There's absolutely no comparison.
Yeah, so
there's absolutely no comparison.
So I can appreciate that from an individualistic standpoint. I'm not no knock, but that same tax cut blew up the deficit bigger than any other presidency in the history of the presidency. So $2.3 trillion of finances were extracted from our ability to pay our bills because, and let's be clear, the tax cut wasn't for you as a business owner. It was Trump saying, as a business owner, what tax cut's going to be most helpful to me? And if it happens to residually help other business owners.
And God says that the wicked, we will strive and walk over them in the things that they do. And I'm going to say this. I went from 2 employees to 9.
Right.
So there were 7 other households that were able to thrive under his administration. And let me be clear. I am in no way advocating for him to become president. That is not what I'm doing. We're just having healthy conversation.
So some of his business practices are worth reviewing.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
All of them. And psychologically.
All my wife is really saying is let's not miss the point. The reality is that as a business owner, and it's no different. If you're a business owner and you have a thriving business, you're supposed to get some relief as a business owner. Our business thrived. So I think what I'm really trying to get us to understand is that if we're going to talk about Trump, Obama, Bush, Biden, let's be fair across the board on both sides. It can't just, let's educate ourselves, right? Because we can sit here and talk about all day long all the bad things he's done, but there are some great things he's done as well.
And I want to say, behind closed doors, you Black people on this panel are racist against Black people.
Yes,
and people who don't look like you. Okay, let's just think. Did you say no, Kendrick?
No. What I was gonna, I didn't finish. I was gonna say I'm racist against NPGAS.
You ain't got
is that everybody has a preference.
We're not racist because by the socialist definition of racism means that.
Come on, Captain. Come with it. Come on with it, Captain.
I cannot implement my ideology amongst a mass of people and have them intercept and go with my ideology, and I cannot impose my will upon the masses of a people. That is the definition of a racist.
Well, I'm talking about an opinion. I'm just strictly talking about an opinion, not a policymaker.
I completely concur with Captain.
It can be prejudged, but it can't be racist.
I completely you have to be in a position of power to be racist.
So you cannot stop someone from coming in your home?
That again is prejudicial versus.
I think that's prejudicial.
That's prejudicial versus being racist. Now I can't implement.
No. You're talking about the end result of an act.
I'm talking about the end result of me implementing.
We're talking about the ideology of racism.
No, it can't be an ideology.
But it is.
It has to be enacted. It has to be enacted. It cannot be
ideology of my ideology.
That's what it speaks to.
I think what we can do is we all can sit here and argue. I think we all can pick apart bills, tax cuts under every administration and see how it affects Black people. I think that's 100%. One thing we can agree on. Okay, so
and in most cases, we as people of color always come up on the short end of that stick. Period.
We always do, 100%. which is why the senator and all of the things that he does tries to educate us on policy, on things that are being discussed when legislators go back, which will be, well, it doesn't matter, but he comes and he educates us. He educates us. And at the end of the day, we have to go with what is going to work best for everybody that not look like us, but who is in our sphere of influence. Because at the end of the day, that's what affects you. And then I'm going to say this: the president and that whole campaign and the office is very important, but locally, it affects you the most. And in that, I want to just give a heartfelt condolence to the family of Mr. Agnew, who passed away on last night from a tragic car accident. The community of Liberty City and the surrounding areas will have been impacted.
Definitely.
Amen.
No doubt. It's to the earlier point, is like what people do in silence. So for those who don't know, Danny Agnew co-founded Roots Black House, which is right there on 55th and 7th Avenue for the last few years, building programming out of there. You had things like the community fridge. You had small businesses that were able to incubate their spaces out of their location, and really, really believed in trying to buy back the block. And to Jessica's point, unfortunately passed away in a car accident. And so definitely want to send a big love to his family, especially his brother Phil, who's a longtime political activist, co-founder of the Dream Defenders. So,
yeah.
I just want to add, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and this is definitely, going to weigh heavy on a lot of brothers in that area. So hopefully, they'll get the support they need and look out for each other as they process what has happened. This loss is significant.
Yes. That's
good, Belinda.
I'm going to shift gears here. We're going to go from politics, advocacy, to letters. Whoopi Goldberg said that Pat Sajak is retiring and she wants his job.
I just think she should take it. Go Oprah. Get it. Not Oprah.
I was like, is she getting the color purple? What does she mean?
I was thinking about the color purple. Oh, Whoopi.
Show is ugly.
Whoopi go off when somebody miss a letter. Are you stupid? That letter was
But I don't want Banner to be there. I want somebody else. It's got to be someone else other than
Well,
Banner.
they discussed the fact that we have evolved and there is no need for someone to turn over letters. That technology can easily turn over the letter. And there's no reason for Vanna or Chuck or Leroy to flip a letter. There's no reason.
I don't know about that. I think there's a lot there was mystique to a certain degree of what Anna was gonna wear, right? So could you get somebody that's gonna flip the letters and you seeing what he or she is gonna wear that day? I don't know.
I think we should get some guys in there, mix it up.
I'm just saying, shout out to a hustle like no other.
Okay.
Right, live on TV.
He made millions of dollars flipping letters for 41 years.
She milked that thing.
Hey, South Carolina's finest. South Carolina's finest.
This was the move.
Welcome, TT. Welcome to My 2 Cents, our summer finale. We won't be back until August or September?
Nice.
Yeah. Hola. We're just talking about Whoopi Goldberg and Pat Sajak and Donald Trump and his comb over. And Lateef letting everybody know what was going on in Miami and not even going to any of the activities. We did discuss also Dwight attending ABFF and
Cancun.
Yes, and Cancun and taking his
he's a passport bro now.
Yes.
They're winning. They're winning. If I see you in some footage, Dwight.
Dwight, I'm just gonna hit you with the smoky. I'm gonna say, that's my dog. That's my dog.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
April looks so cool.
I plead the fifth. Yeah.
That is funny. What's going on with Shannon Sharp?
Good.
He tired. He tired of him
leaving.
No, he's not. He gave his last. He gave his last hurrah on the show. Shed some tears. He's done.
Boy, those people have been having fun just showing clips of him getting disgusted with Skip.
Skip.
You sound like you do.
Skip.
How you gonna come at me?
Skip.
Whose boy is that?
If somebody comes up to me, Skip, and they punch me in my face, I'm not in the Bible. I can't turn the other cheek.
Well, did y'all see the clip of him getting mad at Skip for the fact that he tried to compare the young man to his career?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was it.
But I think it's deeper than that. I think it's deeper than that. I just think it was. I think that there was a dynamic where I think there's a dynamic when you work with Skip that you just he has the temperament and personality of an individual that you can't work with for an extremely long time. I don't see that being a dynamic that you can. I don't see that being an individual that you can.
Is that your boy? Is that your boy, Miles?
No, my dog is Stephen A.
Oh, okay. Keep it. That's your boy. That's your boy.
Yeah. Shannon, my homeboy. I love Shannon.
Mama said, Mama said, when they show you your cut, show you their colors, believe them. The first time.
Jessica,
Miles, your lips too little.
Yeah.
The problem is
probably, yeah.
You gotta let your brother do it.
Yeah.
I think Skip has a problem.
Oh Lord, let's see.
When his co-star becomes a bigger star than him.
Well, that's happened to him twice now.
Exactly. No, I think that's the problem.
And in both cases, they've been black men. And in both cases, they've been black men.
It's not. Look, that's intentional though, Miles. What the winning recipe in Hollywood and also in entertainment is to pair you with take a white veteran like Skip, who's got the skill set, and you put him with an up and coming black guy who has knowledge. First, Stephen A. Second,
Shannon
Sharp. Now they're talking about Shady McCoy.
Yeah, now they're talking about
coming through the ranks at ESPN. But I don't know if Shady McCoy, they call him Shady for a reason, has the temperament.
I agree.
Or the maturity.
Or professionalism. Yeah.
Listen, Roy.
I'm with you, Roy.
110%. You know who'd have been good for that position? Ryan Clark.
Yeah, but Ryan Clark at this point is much bigger than.
Yeah, he's bigger than that. Ryan is bigger than that.
He's much bigger.
I'm
talking about the professionalism, like the professionalism.
No, 100%.
Bring out the red and white cup for you.
I don't see nobody else.
He's bigger than that.
I don't. No, he is. But I don't see nobody.
I don't think he wants it though.
No, I agree.
I don't think he wants to work with it. No. And that's the other dynamic that is at play in that equation. You got to find somebody that's willing to really work in unison in conjunction with Skip. And now when you talk about the scuttlebutt about why this happened and Stephen A. and
it's like because he came
Shannon Sharp. Like there was a clip that I watched on IG the other day where Stephen A. has been interviewed by Cam and Mace, and they asked him flat out. They said, "Well, with Shannon Sharp now leaving, undisputed, is there any possibility that we could see a reuniting or reunification of you and Skip, where y'all might work together?" And Stephen A. flat out was like, "No, I don't want to work with him." Or the question was, "Would you ever want to work with him?" And he just simply said, "No, I don't want to work with Skip." Now he cleaned it up and made it sound politically correct for the airways and for the masses. But at the end of the day, that's the way I think the masses took it like, listen, that you grew tired of him, and that you wouldn't want to be in an interpersonal working relationship with Skip Bayless anymore. Period.
Well, Skip Bayless is what you see where the racist part did not ultimately work in his favor, because he tried to implement his ideology and the way in his thought process onto two people of color, and it did not work. And when it does not work, he gets frustrated and he attacks them.
Yeah,
and he attacks them.
That's been his whole career, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm executive producer of the show.
And Dwight, because remember Dwight, he talked about his
didn't work with Richard Sherman. I tell you that.
Raised him.
I'm gonna tell you who he is. Skip Bayless is the Nick Nolte of sports. Let's pair him with Eddie Murphy, up and coming Eddie Murphy. Pass him along. Eddie becomes a star. Nick Nolte at some point just disappears. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That's an interesting
Let's keep it on sports.
Blue chips Nick Nolte, though.
When you guys look at this picture, do you think that the Heat lost or that Denver won? Because in my mind, all I see is that the Heat lost. I don't see the winner. That's
not a great picture. No.
Denver won and the Heat lost.
Well, you're from Miami.
That's why it looks like they got a game tonight. It don't even look like it's over.
It ain't over.
Maybe it's not
over.
It's done.
They
had their parade
yesterday.
Yeah.
Denver had their parade. It's over.
I know it's over. I'm just saying that flyer doesn't look like it's over. It looks like tune in tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
September, baby.
Finals are final. That's what it says. The finals are final. But here's the other story that's brewing out of the finals, though. They talk about Djokovic and Djokovic sound bites and how he's just so, outgoing and stuff like that. But here's the other part that they've been talking about that I've been hearing just on maybe Black Twitter or some other stories. His brothers have been really boisterous, outgoing, or if something goes on with Djokovic, he's going to get in a fight. His brothers are goons, and his brothers are going to get you.
Correct.
Right? But now, if Djokovic was a brother like Ja Morant or the Ball brothers, and their daddy's outgoing and their daddies are out there looking out for them, why isn't the media giving their brothers the same type of energy?
So we need to go back to the racist thing.
Oh Lord,
he's a pilgrim. That's why.
Exactly.
Serbian.
He's
a Serb.
And we need to go back to the double standard, i.e., job. They handed down the.
I just disagree.
Penalty.
Come with it, Gremlin. Come with it, Gremlin.
They handed down the penalty for Ja Morant, and he was penalized 25 games for what? For not doing anything illegal.
Miles. His brothers were on the court picking up the coach, lifting the coach up on the shoulders, Miles.
No. Listen, Roy, what I'm saying is that's not an apples to apples comparison, because you're talking about brothers and then you're talking about fathers. And I don't think that's an apples to apples comparison. So if that was Djokovic's dad, so to speak, then I think
his name is Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic. I said Djokovic. You're right, Jokic. Joker. I'm gonna call him the Joker.
There's no V in his last name.
That was the Joker's father. That was his dad. I think that it would be a more of a.
We would be talking about it. If it was his daddy, we still would be talking about it.
But I think in the spirit of what Roy is saying, he's just saying that with them being boisterous and out front as they are, the same way the Ball father was, in the same
but I don't
way
I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that they've been as demonstrative and as,
because you're not checking for it though, Miles. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think it happened.
Society accepts it.
Miles.
That's why you don't think that because society accepts it.
You forgot they told her.
Yes, I know what they told. I know what they. But okay. So here's my question to you. What have they done since then?
They live on the court and they
you can't name it. You can't name it.
No, but we don't know because it's a double standard. They don't keep a microscope under them the same way they keep a microscope.
Miles, let you be in the NBA and something happen, and Latif come out on national. Latif come out and tweet something about, you don't want to mess with us. We real goons over here. Let me tell you something. You'll be all over ESPN. Let me tell you something. All over every news station.
All in the video.
Thank you, Mrs. Watkins. Preach it, Mrs. Watkins.
If I was in the league and I got into it, Latif would have to calm me down and talk me off the ledge. It's not the other way. He's the voice of reason.
But he ain't gonna do that.
I'm getting in trouble by myself. You ain't got to worry about that.
I'm gonna give you an example of that, Miles. Was it last year or was it in the bubble? And Jokovic had came behind a player and hit him right in the back.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
The twin.
But the first thing the cameras did was like, Jokovic's brothers are over there. His brothers are gonna go get them. It wasn't a threat. Now, had it been you and I that did that, had I hit you in the back and my brothers, and they were like, they about to get the battles.
The goons.
About to get Kendrick. They about to go get all of them. That is what they're going to be talking about. Hey, he's got goons.
The double standard. That's what they wanted. They always want to vilify.
Let's stay right here. Let's stay right here. Let's stay right here on the double. Let's stay right here. Let's stay right here on double standard. Let's stay right here.
I thought you were gonna do Mayweather.
Let's stay right here. Let's stay right here on double standards. What's that? Kendrick.
What's the beef?
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Kendrick. Y'all girl said.
I love Anita.
I know, that's why I said y'all girl. Y'all girl. Y'all girl said.
I didn't even know who that was. Until I took a close look.
That Babyface fans are just being mean to her.
I love Babyface too. I love Babyface. I love Anita.
Her fans or his fans all up in the video.
Why did Babyface agree to be on her in her show? It doesn't make sense.
Well, because I think
he's legendary. Why would you be on her
here's
show?
why. A guy like Babyface honors legendary. He's okay with honoring legendary and being humble. That's why.
And just like his tweet said, he honored her. Yeah. But Miss Baker decides to kick Babyface off the tour. That's y'all girl.
That's crazy.
Right.
But that's
y'all do what you want to do.
Aren't the tours run by the promoters? So I don't think it was her decision to.
Yeah, right. No, I disagree with that.
No.
I disagree with that.
She did what she wanted to do.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's Anita. Come on now.
I will say this.
I agree, Belinda. They too old for that. You're right.
That's Benita. That's Benita. Oh, Belinda. Okay.
Number one, it's unfortunate that you have two R&B icons that cannot put on a fantastic show for the fans. Because
Babyface always late.
Because all of us.
What are you talking about? Don't do it like that. No, that is not what happened. The power went out, like the concert that we went to Christmas time. And remember how long the power was out?
We will not.
We won't ever go to that concert again, ever. If the promoter tries to come and sit down with us and buy us drinks or all of that, no. Those are just raggedy.
Miles was dressed just like him. Had the t-shirt on.
That concert. You say Miles was dressed like Jeezy.
Hey man,
no, we won't ever go to that.
We got Jeezy and Meezy, because Meezy was sitting at my table.
Meezy was with you.
Hey, but look at
Meezy battle.
Meezy
I got you. I know who Meezy is.
From Detroit.
He's an icon.
What we won't be doing is going back to that promoter's concert. Babyface don't have nothing to do with whether or not the promoter had enough gas in the doggone generators.
But I want to go to Babyface concert because you know he's going to come back strong.
No,
right?
don't back up now, Belinda. You said he'd be late. You don't want to go to a late concert?
I want to go to Babyface. I want to see
it. It's not that you're thinking of Lauryn Hill. That is not Babyface.
Don't talk about Lauryn Hill, okay?
Right. There we go.
Lauryn Hill just did a concert and she was
Lauryn
Hill missed her own funeral.
She can be late.
Exactly.
That's funny, baby.
Just wait.
Still wait for Lauryn Hill to show up.
She missed her own funeral.
She missed her own funeral. Ooh, she died.
Wait. Y'all don't know icons.
No, Lauryn Hill gonna say, "Damn, I died. When did I die?"
Well, Belinda, that's
okay.
not
Let me go ahead and land this cat. Let me go ahead and land this cat. My bad. I ain't know I died.
Look at Anthony with Jeezy over her shoulder. That's that concert. That's that concert.
Miles has head turned.
That's that concert. Your phone just waiting. What happened?
That's that concert.
So with Anita Baker though, I'm not surprised because I have yet to meet somewhat of a logical intellect from the city of Detroit.
Really, Captain?
The whole city.
That's tough, man.
You know a lot of people in Detroit. They gonna come for you.
Listen, Barry Gordy, if you're trying to find someone on the show to defend
Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose, Chris Webber,
Isaiah,
Barry Gordy,
Thomas. You're from Chicago.
We were out there.
Big Meech. Y'all like Big Meech? Isn't Big Meech?
We were out there that concert.
The Flannery brothers.
Big Meech.
Flannery brothers.
Can y'all please not? That's enough.
So we're gonna talk about the notorious dope boys.
Say whatever you want about me.
That's right.
Flannery brothers. The Flannery brothers.
We not talking about Little Meech. We talking about Big Meech.
Alleged.
Right.
Don't talk about me. That's all I
we want to survive till next week, okay?
Alleged.
Hey, them Flannery
so
brothers.
Anita Baker did too much. That's all I got to say. She did too much.
You already didn't like her, so no.
She just fell right into the category that I had her in the first place.
No.
I love Anita.
We got to work on that.
Exactly.
Who's this? Bobby?
Yes, I saw this story.
That's Xavier. That boy's name is Xavier Jones.
Yeah.
What did Bobby do? What did he do?
So
see the presidential scholarship.
What happened?
So right here, Xavier Jones. He walked 6 miles.
His graduation.
He walked his graduation, and when the school found out he had walked his graduation, they gave him a full ride.
A full ride.
To what college?
Yeah.
Hampton.
No, I know Hampton. We don't do that. So just so y'all know, Hampton don't do that.
School.
I do have a popcorn sale going on right now for Hampton University.
So State University in Missouri.
That's right, Chaz. Chaz said that was just too low. That was low.
It's Chaz from Detroit.
Detroit, what?
Chaz is from Texas.
From Texas.
And did you hear what happened with the Texas immigrants?
No.
They sent them, put them on a bus.
They sent them to California.
California.
Oh.
They sent them to California.
Well, that's what they've been doing with all
and
of them.
DeSantis met them out there, right?
That is so low.
Is that true, Roy?
No. That sounds about right. It sounded about right.
California got a southern border.
You surprised though,
with Mexico,
Belinda?
right?
No, I would not. That's why I was like, really? Because that sounds almost true.
That's Tijuana, right?
Ooh.
Congratulations to Tyler Perry. He single-handedly acquired BET, and now it is Black. That's funny. That I didn't mean to say black. That was funny.
It's black.
It is. It's black owned.
That was what I was trying to say. But yeah.
And VH1 too.
And VH1.
And VH1.
So he owns both.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Black excellence at its finest.
That means he owns all the Love and Hip Hops now.
Right, all of them.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that they moved over to?
They moved to BET. Didn't they move to BET?
No, the Love and Hip Hops have now moved to MTV.
Oh, they have.
Oh,
MTV.
Wow, I saw that somewhere.
Yep.
And Byron Allen owns the Weather Channel and 2 other channels as well. With this media conglomerate.
You talking about
Byron Allen, yes.
Man, I thought Bobby was going to show the Mayweather incident.
Which one? The one with Jocelyn getting beat up after she called for the girl backstage? Which
Jocelyn did not get beat up.
Listen.
What do you mean? She called the police. Yes, she did. She got jumped.
Jocelyn did not get beat up.
I didn't see her getting beat up. I saw her.
No.
Hitting
she didn't get beat up.
She was doing the beating.
She was beating everybody.
Listen, she was
beating
everybody.
Not the one girl. She beat up about 4 people.
She was on some new drugs. Listen, she was on some superwoman drugs.
Men,
and she was slapping security guards, women, children.
She didn't get beat up at all.
She didn't.
Oh
wow.
She was slapping them.
Oh wow.
Everybody up.
Happy
Father's Day. We love you guys. We love
Detroit,
you.
I love y'all.
Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach. I just do what comes natural.